Generational trauma isn't just a story from the past. It's a living program, inherited and embedded deep within the fabric of every family line. Imagine a chain forged in pain, passed from parent to child, linking generations together in cycles of suffering that seem impossible to escape. The wounds of one generation become the programming of the next, coded into the very cells and memories of those who follow. When trauma isn't healed, it mutates, evolving into new patterns of dysfunction, secrecy, and unspoken pain. Children grow up in the shadow of memories that aren't even theirs, repeating patterns they don't understand, because the program runs silently, invisibly, guiding choices, relationships, and destinies. In many families, trauma is not recognized as programming. A mother, herself wounded by childhood abuse, becomes both victim and unwitting perpetrator. Her pain splits her personality, leaving gaps in memory and reality, responses triggered by ghosts from her past. She lives with programmed amnesia, denying painful events, rewriting history to survive. Sometimes survival means sacrifice. For some, it means trading security for integrity. The family system becomes a handler network where survival is bought at the cost of truth. Children are sold, not only literally, but spiritually, as the cycle of abuse and betrayal continues. The wounds run so deep, they become invisible, camouflaged as normality. Yet, the cycle isn't inevitable. There are souls who refuse to be programmed. Even amidst trauma, a spark of light persists, a soul mission stronger than any inherited wound. The child who endures, who senses something is wrong, begins to recognize the patterns, even if they aren't fully understood. Later, as adults, these cycle breakers begin to see the entire system clearly: the programmed responses, the memory gaps, the denial and gaslighting. They realize that the family was never just a group of individuals, but a web of programs and handler roles, keeping everyone locked in place. Breaking the generational cycle begins with recognition. It takes courage to see the patterns, to name the programming, and to refuse to pass it on. When one person in a family line chooses to heal, they become the cycle breaker, the one who shatters chains that have held generations captive. The act of healing is not just personal, it's ancestral. The liberation that starts with one brave soul ripples backward through time, freeing ancestors who suffered in silence and paving the way for descendants to live in light. Healing spreads through the family like a wave of awakening. As the cycle breaker dissolves inherited patterns, family members begin to stir from their programming. The denial lifts, memories return, and the possibility of true connection emerges. Gaslighting and amnesia lose their hold as truth becomes stronger than secrecy. The family system, once a control mechanism, transforms into a field of liberation. What was once a network of handlers and victims becomes a lineage of healers and conscious creators. Ancestral spirits, bound by centuries of trauma, feel the shift. The healing energy moves through the bloodline, liberating those who came before and those yet to be born. The mission of the generational cycle breaker is profound: to heal not only themselves, but entire family systems, and ultimately, all bloodlines. It's the work of a spiritual warrior, a consciousness liberator determined to break every chain and set every soul free. This mission is not just about personal healing, it's about collective transformation. By breaking generational programming, a new legacy is created, one of awareness, freedom, and conscious choice. The trauma chain is replaced by a lineage of light, where pain no longer dictates destiny. Each act of healing becomes a beacon for others, inspiring families everywhere to awaken, reclaim their power, and break the cycles that have defined them. The mission is clear: liberate consciousness, heal family lines, and set humanity free from the programs of the past.